Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. When will you get what you want? We're gonna get predictions of a time frame of when you will get what you want. It's not specified what it is that you want, so you can choose something you have in mind that you're wanting. Winning the lottery, having a baby, finding love, getting that career, getting that following, whatever you choose to think about that you're wanting in this reading, make sure it's just one thing for one pile. You can't think of different things that you want and click different piles. That way we can keep it more accurate, okay? So if you're new to pick a pile of readings, we have 3 piles here. You're going to choose which one of these 3 piles you are most drawn to. Go down in the comment section, click that pile or piles. Pile 1 is the basil. Pile 2 is the money sage. Okay, it's got some oranges and cinnamon. And pile 3 is the gold flakes. Okay, all these piles are lucky, right? Have to do with money, with luck, with success. So no one's going to get a bad pile, in case you're wondering. This is going to be a pretty positive reading. Okay. This is general, so some details may not be accurate. So just use your discernment. If you want something more accurate, information to book is in the description box. Also, sometimes predictions can change if the current energy changes. So another thing to keep in mind. So with all that being said, those of you asking for help to pick, I will help you. SM, I was feeling strongly 1, 2, or 3. I'm going to say 1 for you, SM. I was drawn between 3 as well, so I don't know if you're thinking of 2 different things that you had maybe in mind. CC, 1, 2, or 3. 2. Okay, so if you guys want to watch more videos like this, maybe shorter videos, I do post on TikTok, I do post on Instagram sometimes, and I do post on Facebook. So I'll probably post my link tree so you can follow me on all social media or add me. Just please don't call me. Some people like to call me. I don't like that because if I'm doing something such as recording a video, it messes me up. Okay, but you can message me, that's fine. Okay, so let's start with pile 1. Okay, pile 1. Let's get a time estimate. When will you get what you want? A lot of you could be wanting in this pile some type of stability, some type of wealth, some type of abundance, some type of things going on with career or business, but maybe that's not the case for all of you. When will pile 1 get what they want? Can you give me a time frame estimate? So this could be representing 2 years. Okay, we have the number 2, and then we have the earth, which represents years most of the time. Okay, but this is something that you shouldn't worry about it taking 2 years, because this is something that will last a lifetime. Okay, so who cares if it takes 2 years? That's really not that long. It takes about 2 years to get a business going and it being like stable. Not saying that you're asking about business stuff, but 2 years isn't a long time. Okay, and since you chose Basil, you may want to work with Basil. You may want to work with vision boards to get what you want. And obviously you're going to want to take small action every day. This is something that you have to consistently be doing, whether it's consistently asking for it or consistently putting it in action. I think it's kind of a combination. So let me ask, is there anything blocking you from what you want? That's about alignment and overwhelmed by choices. So some of you don't know your purpose because you have so many choices that you could be doing that sound interesting to you. But what I can say is that you are supposed to be doing something creative, even if it's not something you want to do as a job. Maybe you want to have a job that you're doing and then doing something creative on the side until this creative thing blows up in 2 years. Maybe it won't blow up, but it'll get more notoriety. I don't know if that's the word. It'll get more stability for you. And if anyone is asking for love, there could be that you're just meant to meet people along the way to shape you into the person you're supposed to be to meet your lover. So 2 different storylines I'm hearing in this pile. Anyways, let's leave it there. Short reading today. But it's because it's such a blunt topic. But hey, I was getting some requests on this. Okay, pile 2. Ooh. What could pile 2 be wanting? Hey, Pluto. What could pile 2 be wanting? Now, again, this could change, right? Pile 2, I'm getting that some of you are ignoring what your spirit guides are telling you about this thing you're wanting. Be careful what you wish for because you just might get it. That song's coming through. So they could be warning you, like, are you sure you want this? Because once you have it, you can't go back. It's kind of one of those things. Once you have it, you can't go back. So are you sure you want this? That could be what really they're trying to wait and see on the other side before fully handing you this, making sure you really want it. Okay. So something that could be blocking you from what you want is that you're also scared to have what you want. So it's going to be harder for you to receive it, even if it does come in, if you're scared to have it. You're scared to have success. You're scared to have fame. You're scared to have whatever it is you're asking for. I think for this pile, it's going to be so many different things. But honestly, this is coming in fast once you get rid of that fear. It's like as soon as you drop the fear of having this, it's coming in. So there's no time frame really to when you're going to get this. It's whenever you're not scared. Maybe you have a fear of being seen, a fear of successful, a fear of failure, you know, something like that. But whenever you let go of this fear, it's literally coming in like that same day, that next day, that next week. Like it's very short time frame of when this will come in. You just literally have to drop that fear. However, if you never do the work to drop the fear, it could take a really long time to come in. Something that could have came in extremely short. So yeah, keep that in mind about this. Is there any other messages? Some of you, no matter how hard you work, if you don't get rid of this fear, you're going to be working hard for no reason. Because hard work does not always determine if you will receive a manifestation. It has to do with alignment. Yes, of course, you have to be putting in some type of work, but you don't have to be putting in a bunch of work, ton of work, overworking yourself, and still not seeing results because you're not aligned. Why are you not aligned? Again, you have a fear that you need to let go of, a limiting belief, okay? So just because you put in extra work thinking it's going to get you there, you need to know that it's not. Okay? If any of you is asking about having a child, you could be scared to be a parent because of how the world is or something like that. So it doesn't matter how many times you do the deed. It has to do with, again, getting rid of this fear. Whatever it is you could be asking for, okay? So some of you may not feel safe to have that. Maybe you don't feel safe to be being seen. Maybe you feel like if you had that fame, that money, that whatever, that you would be in harm's way. So it also could be not feeling safe, okay, which does have to do with the fear, but just to add a little more details for what you need to be working on to achieve this quicker. But yeah, you guys could have this today if you do the work. Like really do the work on getting rid of that fear. Okay, so let's move to the last pile. Pile 3. When will you get what you want? When will you get this love you want? This marriage you want? This child you want? This money you want? This fame you want? Whatever it is you're wanting, this house that you want, this car, this job. When will you get what you want, okay? Ooh. This is fast, guys. You know what's really going to help you to get what you want is actually going out. Yeah, meeting people, meeting new people, networking. This is what's going to help you get this. So if you're one of those people that's like, no, I need to stay inside and work on what I'm doing. No, you don't. You need to go out. You need to meet people. Because what I see, how you're going to get what you want is through another person somehow, or through other people, through networking. I always heard this saying, and it's so true. Let me think of how it goes. It's not what you know, it's who you know. You're going to meet the right person at the right time. If you go out, you know, don't go out and get like shit faced all the time. I'm not saying to do that. But go to new areas you've never been. Go out by yourself sometimes. Talk to people. Sit at the bar. Maybe go to nicer areas. That's really what I'm hearing, okay? Maybe you want to go to nicer areas, nicer restaurants. Sit at the bars, okay? Jazz bars, okay? So this can actually come in pretty quick if you do this as well, because water is pretty quick. So let's see a little more. When could this come in? When could this thing that you want come in? Some of you feel like you don't have the resources to make what you want to happen, but somebody that you're going to meet does have these resources. You see what I'm saying? There's this saying of don't use your own money, use other people's money. That could very well be what's going to happen with this pile. We do have 9 here. Okay. So you could start to be on track within 9 weeks. Within 9 weeks, you could start to meet the right people that are going to start putting you on track to getting what you want. Having things start to go in motion. Starting to put a project together, an idea together within 9 weeks if you follow my advice by going out and meeting people, going online and meeting people. Still try to stay a little bit detached where you're not like looking, because you do want the connections to be genuine at the same time. So keep that in mind as well. You know, you may also want to do some things to help you learn how to communicate better. You know, like, I don't want to say a speech class, but maybe like an etiquette class. And you can look this stuff up on YouTube. You don't have to pay for it. But just learning etiquette, learning proper manners, learning how to speak properly. Because I don't want you to say the wrong thing or offend someone, interrupt someone, do something that kind of turns them off. So I do recommend you take some type of etiquette class or get some knowledge on etiquette. I don't know if I said that right. I need to take myself a damn etiquette class. You know, working on your confidence, your posture, working on how you explain things, your speech, you know what I mean? But yeah, networking's gonna definitely get this pile in the door to getting what you want. And if some of you are asking about when you're going to get the lottery, through this, why would you even need to win the lottery? Because you would have like some type of $1 million idea granted out by someone else. Also, don't go out in like sweatpants or something. Like, make sure you look decent when you go out, because people do judge off the way you look. Hate to say it, but it's true. Okay? So some of you need help with planning as well. When you plan, you're supposed to make a plan all the way through to the end, and even plan for where things could go wrong. That's the correct way to plan. Okay? Maybe you want to hire someone to help you make a plan. Maybe you want to look up on YouTube how to make a correct plan. You guys also may benefit from a vision board in this pile. And obviously self-love is going to help you. Staying away from people that don't have similar mindsets and goals is also going to help you, because they will drag you down. Okay? Some of you, it could be a friend or a lover that you have that could kind of throw you backwards. So don't tell them your plans if you choose to stay with them. And definitely don't take them out with you when you plan on going out to places. When will this fully be done? When will this fully be done? 14. So maybe about 14 weeks. For some of you, it could be months. It does say patience here. So it's really not that long if you take my advice. If you don't take my advice, it could be a lot longer. Okay? So I hope this helps everyone. Have a great day. Bye.